Welcome everyone to Brian's Action Figure Reviews. Subscribers or not, delighted to have you here watching. And basically the idea for today's video is it's going to be Marvel Legends Most Wanted. Now as you can see back here, we've gotten a hell of a lot of crazy characters and like really obscure stuff and what have you in the Marvel Legends line. But there is eons of stuff out there. But there is some very important characters who we've not gotten. There are some like fan favorites and stuff. So basically what I did for this video is I went on Marvel Legends Community, which is one of the biggest pages, one of the biggest Legends pages on Facebook that I know of anyway. And I put up a post asking the members on there, which Marvel Legends would you most like to see? And everyone just picked one. So I got a massive response of loads of comments and what have you. And what I've done is I've compiled a list of, yes, it's a clickbaity list video, but no, I compiled a list of some of the best ones and some of the ones that were mentioned the most. And there's no particular order. It's just the way I wrote them down. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go through 20 of the most wanted Marvel Legends figures. And I would love to hear feedback in the comments on ones I missed out on and stuff as well. And also, guys, I'm a big Marvel fan, but I don't know everything. I'm not gonna bullshit my way talking about some of these characters. If I don't know them, I don't know them. There is some I do know a lot, and I will talk a little bit more in detail about those. But I have pictures supplied for anyone who doesn't know those characters as well. So let's go. Marvel Legends Most Wanted Top 20. And at number 1, I'm already going to break my first rule, which is I'm going to use 2 in this one. These are 2 that I would love to have myself, which is Riot and Agony, both of the Life Foundation arc from Venom Lethal Protector. Of course, we've gotten the rest of them, Scream, Lasher, and the others, and we just need these 2 to finish it off. So it would be great to get one or both of these. And I'm sure they will, like, because there's going to be another Venom movie. Sad face. But there is going to be another Venom movie, so maybe we will get the rest of them out of that. And you know Marvel loves a Venomized wave anyway. So here's hoping for either Riot or Agony in the future. And at number 2 is a pretty... This one, my knowledge of this guy comes from Spider-Man, the animated series. It's Alistair Smythe in his like mutant version with the horns coming up around. I think he would make a great figure. And one of my friends also pointed out to me they'd love maybe to see down the line, I don't know where Hasbro would release this, but we'd love to see the Spider Slayer vehicle itself. It's possibly too small for a HasLab. But yeah, back to my original point, I would love to see Smythe. He was a key part of the animated series. He was always with Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin, and I'd love to see him get a release in the line. And number 3, and we get to my first one that I don't really know anything about, but I saw a couple of people mention him, so there is a want for him. I have seen him in the Marvel Encyclopedia as well. I just haven't read his comics. This one is Killraven. As you can see from the pictures here, he looks like a really cool character. I will try and get to know him a bit more in the future. But as it is currently, I do not know anything about this guy. But he definitely does look cool and does look like he'd make a great figure. And at number 4, this is the first MCU one in the list. And it is Whiplash, aka Anton Vanko, aka Mickey Rourke's character from Iron Man 2. Now there is 2 versions of him. You have him with the whips, and you have him in the final drone armor at the very end. Personally, I would love to see him with the whips. That's a very cool figure. I don't have a list, guys, honestly. But that would make a very cool figure. But apparently, there has been trouble between Mickey Rourke and Marvel. And we haven't seen him in the Marvel Studios Legacy line or the one where they went back and picked up all old villains like Yellow Jacket and stuff. So maybe that was the chance to get him. But it would be cool to get this guy in the future. I would also love his comic version, but that's another story. And yeah, let's move on. And at number 5 is one representing all of us here in Ireland. It is the X-Men Banshee Cassidy. That would be a really cool figure. I wasn't going to include this one because I know they did say on one of the live streams when they unveiled Siren that Banshee was on the way, but he hasn't come up yet and he hasn't been revealed yet, so it's a pretty good figure to have on a list like this. And Banshee is a key member of the X-Men in many different teams down through the years, so it would be awesome. A lot of people would be happy for getting him on a shelf to complete certain teams. So Banshee, number 5. And at number 6, this one surprised the hell out of me that it hasn't been released already. I think there was a 4-inch version released around the time of the first Spider-Man game. Of course, I'm talking about one of the main villains from the game, which is Mr. Negative. And they do have the suit body now, so it would be a good figure to do, and I think it would look really, really nice if they got that like negative photo feel on him. I think it would look really, really cool and stand out a lot on a shelf. And of course, another like more modern Spider-Man villain to have on the shelf to go with all the classics. But yeah, Mr. Negative is one I would love to see. Even if it's his video game release, it looks the same as the comic one anyway. So like I only collect comic figures. Video games at a push, but I would definitely take the plunge on Mr. Negative. And at number 7, speaking of obscure non-comic figures, this one would be awesome and I would definitely buy it as well. Lou Ferrigno Hulk from the 80s TV show. How cool would this guy look on your shelf, honestly? I know Lou made some comments about the Hulk not being great in the MCU, but I don't care about that stuff. A figure of this guy, and you could even do like the Thor that was in that as well. It would look just really cool to have. And yeah, like, just make it, Hasbro. It looks awesome. And at number 8, you gotta think this is a Werewolf by Night. And you gotta think with the Halloween special and Moon Knight being out now as well on Disney Plus, that this guy is going to get a release down the line somewhere. Even if it is a TV version, it could be cool. I mean, there's not much difference you can do between werewolves unless it's a really outlandish version of the TV show. But Werewolf by Night has been suggested by a few, and I think Werewolf by Night would be an awesome figure. And maybe they could go around and do the Dracula and the zombie and all those that they released in the Toy Biz days as well. So Werewolf by Night is that pick. Next, and at number 9, this is another one I don't really know a lot about, and this is Destiny. Destiny is an X-Men villain, and I think an ally of Mystique, but it's a really unique look, I think, and I think Hasbro could do something really special with this, or just throw her out in the old female body, which is what they would actually probably do. But anyway, yeah, Destiny looks really cool. Again, I don't know a lot about the character, but there is a lot of want and suggestions out there for her. So yeah, Destiny, number 9. And at number 10, a lot of you who watch this channel know I'm a big Doctor Doom fan, but Doctor Doom 2099, I've never really gotten into it. But when I looked up the various looks and stuff, when this was suggested, I was like, oh, this is really cool. I gotta get on that. So this Doctor Doom 2099 figure would be really tasty, I think. And we know Hasbro loves a good repaint. So with like a Doom to my right and a Doom to my left, somewhere there, possibly need one on the top. So yeah, Doom 29 is number 10. And at number 11 is another big villain that hasn't been touched lately, is Molecule Man, who is mainly a Fantastic Four villain, but he was a part of Secret Wars as well, which is one of my favorite, I can't say graphic novels, but one of my favorite runs. And it would be awesome if they did Molecule Man as well, just to finish, get close even to finishing that lineup of characters. Yeah, so Molecule Man. And this guy is a guy who has been blamed for being the villain of many TV shows. It's sort of a running joke now, but Mephisto would be a fantastic Marvel Legends. He has never been done by Toy Biz or by Hasbro. The Marvel Select one that came with a throne was incredible, but there was a low production on that or something, because it's really tough to get now, and the prices on eBay are crazy. I don't know, would Hasbro do a devil character? But I don't know. I'd really like to see Mephisto in the line anyway. They don't even, like, just give him his actual name. You don't have to say he's the devil. But yeah, Mephisto, pretty cool character to do. In the pictures I have below, like I'd love to see those versions of him. So that's your number 11, 12? I don't know. I've lost count at this stage, guys. And at number 13, unlucky for some, especially for Morph in episode 1 of the X-Men animated series, there is massive love for this guy out there. There's been loads of costumes and stuff made of him, but Morph is a great selection. Again, they have the bodies and the stuff and things, so I don't know why they haven't done him already. I can only think they're stringing along certain collectors so they can stay in the line. But Morph is really, really cool, and the fact that he can like change into people and stuff, you could like add different heads in him like you did with Mystique that time. Yeah, so Morph, number 13. So at number 14, a lot of people have suggested more civilians in the line, and the next two, the next two are just that. We've gotten Gwen Stacy, we've gotten Mary Jane, and now people want Aunt May to go with their Spider-Man collections. And while this is a cool choice, I don't know if Hasbro's going to make a granny and try and sell her. But I would definitely buy it, because like I want all the Spider-Man characters. I've got a big collection of Spider-Man stuff right here, and I would love to add her to it as well. So Aunt May is your next choice. And speaking of civilians, your number 15 is Bruce Banner. Now, I know we've gotten an MCU Bruce Banner in the past, but comic version of Bruce Banner will be awesome. Now, I know in one of the last live streams, they showed like a soft goods lab jacket, but I think that's probably going to be for Beast, which will be also cool. But I would love to get a comic version of Bruce Banner to go with all the Hulks I have as well. And that would be really awesome. Like, you need Tony Stark, you need Reed Richards, you need all those guys in their regular uniforms as well, or their regular clothes. I would anyway, because it's cool to have civilians in the background of ACBA shots and stuff as well. But Bruce with Hulk, and you can give him some beakers and things, that would be awesome. And next up is something I just read on the Marvel Comics app a couple of weeks ago, was Shadowland Daredevil. Now, while the story wasn't the best, the costume looked absolutely brilliant, and there's a similar costume that they've done already, but I want to see the proper Shadowland Daredevil. Looks really, really cool. Again, like I said, the story isn't great. Look, it's worth a go. It's when Daredevil is leading the Hand and going against all the other superheroes, and it's a pretty interesting concept, but I don't think they executed it that great. But anyway, the figure would look fantastic, I think. Even if you got an evil looking Matt Murdock head, would be great. And at number 17 now, as we get close to wrapping up this video, is one, again, I am absolutely shocked they have not done as of yet. It is the Jim Hammond original Human Torch. Now, I know we've gotten Johnny Storm a couple of times now, but the fact that they've not done the Android Human Torch already, it was actually like, I remember as a child, that Human Torch was probably one of the first comic characters I ever read. I think he was in an annual with like Hulk and a few other characters. But yeah, it always stuck with me, and the fact that we haven't gotten one yet is absolutely mad. It's crazy. There was one in Marvel Universe in an Invaders set, but after that, gone. So yeah, I would love to see Jim Hammond Android Human Torch made. And at 18, I think I've mentioned this guy in a video before, and I thought it was weird that we haven't gotten him yet, is the Wizard, who is a Fantastic Four villain. He's actually the leader of the Frightful Four, who are obviously an evil version of the Fantastic Four. And it's strange that we haven't gotten him yet. He's another big name villain. Not big name, but he's like mid-tier villain. He's pretty mid. But he's a pretty mid-tier villain, and I assume like once the Fantastic Four movie comes out in a couple of years' time, they'll start to round out villains from their rogues gallery as well. Because you've Mole Man as well, not to be getting off topic. You've a bunch of figures that they need to do for the Fantastic Four still. So let's see if they do the Wizard soon. And at number 19 is one that I really, really want as well. They've done this guy, Toy Biz did this guy a while back, But no sign of Hasbro doing a new Mandarin for us Iron Man collectors. And yeah, he's a bit of a racist stereotype, so I don't see it happening, unfortunately. But he is a vital part of the comics history. Even if they rename him Winwu like they did with Shang-Chi, give us a Mandarin, either the modern one from the Extremis storyline or the classic one. I don't care. Just give us a damn Mandarin. They did an awesome one in the Iron Man 2 3.75 line. A green one with like a flame sword. Something like that would be amazing to get. So come on, Hasbro, give us our damn Mandarin. And at number 20, we finally got there. At number 20 is an obscure Spider-Man and Daredevil villain. My knowledge of him, again, like another one there a while ago, comes from the Spider-Man animated series, and that is the Spot. A guy who can like literally teleport into little black spots that are on his body, and it's just a crazy looking character. He's like a human Dalmatian, really. But I would love to get the Spot. I loved that episode from the Spider-Man animated series. I really thought he was an interesting and unique looking villain compared to the usual animal related ones that he usually faces. But yeah, I would love to see the Spot in Legends form. It's an easy enough one. Just get a spray painted white body and draw some black spots on him and release him. But no, obviously I would like them to put more effort into it. But yeah, that's the list, guys. So that's it, guys. Our Marvel Legends Most Wanted Top 20. It was fun compiling this list. A bit of a ball ache, I'm not going to lie. It was tough. But it was great to talk to all the guys on the Marvel Legends community about their choices and stuff. And I hope, like, I will be posting it on there. I hope people will watch it. And if you watched it, guys, and liked it, drop a comment below. Tell us your favourites. Tell me how crap I am at Marvel Comics knowledge. Because I'm not the best. I'm not the worst either. But yeah. So if you feel like it, guys, drop a subscribe. It would be nice. It helps the channel. And if not, that's fine. I don't mind. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your day. But yeah, thanks, guys, anyhow, for watching. If you've gotten this far, you are truly a trooper. And thanks again. And we'll see you on the next one. See you later, guys. Have a great day. Bye.